I'm going to have to redo my tier ranking. Hey everybody, welcome back to Hondo's Blockbusters, where we mainly talk about movies. The idea was to dive in big movies, big blockbusters. But when you've got a show like Andor, that's obviously a part of a bigger movie franchise, things like that, and it's this good, there's no choice but for me to talk about this thing. I just finished watching the last 3 episodes. This is going to be kind of a little bit full season recap. First part's going to be a little bit non-spoiler. Then I'll let you know where the spoilers are, where we talk about a few things, especially the ending. But holy shit, I really had to talk about this one because that is one of the best things Star Wars has done in a long time. And I'm a big fan. I've loved The Mandalorian. I've loved Rogue One. I've loved Solo. I've loved a lot of things that have come out in this era. But in terms of quality, I'd find it hard to find one that's better than Andor. I mean, Andor is not only one of the best Star Wars shows, it's one of the best shows that I've seen this year alone, probably in the last 5 years. That's how legit good this is. Like, you do not have to be a Star Wars fan. Obviously, it helps. If you're a Star Wars fan, you should love the show. But in terms of the quality of the show, I mean, anybody can watch this. So if you haven't seen it, highly recommend. I mean, when this thing was announced, like, you're telling me you're gonna do a movie about one of the not even main character of Rogue One, and it's a prequel series to that prequel, and you're telling me it was gonna be this good, I would have called you crazy. And hand up, I was totally wrong. This show is insane. Pretty much across the board. The writing, the acting, just the look and feel of it. I mean, you compare this with some of the other shows that Star Wars has come out with, and again, I've liked a lot of them, but the quality of this show is not even close. I mean, the set design and the I mean, there's not as much CGI needed for this show as opposed to probably some others, but everything's shot on location. It looks beautiful, so it's just I literally just watched the last 4 episodes or last 3 episodes right now, and it blew me away. So there's not too much I could really go into without spoiling it. Other than that, like, Tony Gilroy, hats off to you. All the directors, all the actors that were a part of this, congratulations, because you just made a pretty badass show. So shout out to you, but let's talk a little bit of spoilers. All right, let's touch on a few things in the spoiler area. These last 6 episodes were chef's kiss. I mean, the first 6 are good, right? They lay the groundwork, they set everything in motion, and they set you up for where we are, or where we get to in these final 6 episodes. But these final 6 episodes knock it out of the park. I mean, for everything on Gorman, episode 8 and 9 specifically, obviously 8 is really the Gorman massacre. That entire episode, with everything from the setup to the payoff, is so well done. I mean, Cyril and Dedra, everything that they've done throughout the series to get to this point, and then where Cyril's realizing, like, oh man, maybe I'm not all in on this, right? I've been tasked to infiltrate. Like, what are they really trying to do here? Dedra knows everything. Dedra's keeping stuff from Cyril, but even Dedra's like, she's second guessing, I think, based on Cyril, but she has no point. Like, at no point, like, she can turn back because everything's been set in motion, and then boom, the entire thing happens, right? And everyone's there. They're singing their national anthem, and just the goosebumps where something's about to happen. They send out the really, like, not trained or well trained soldiers. They go out there, and then you see that they've got a sniper on the roof. Boom, pop one of the guys just to incite the riot. So they think that the people are doing this, the people of Gorman are doing this, and it starts off this overall pretty much massacre and battle that ensues. And it's so sad, so devastating, but so incredibly well done. Obviously, Cassian's there, you see the beginnings of the intro with K2SO and the units that are deployed there, and you see how powerful they are. Which, by the way, I probably said this in the tier ranking regarding Rogue One, and if I didn't, K2SO is probably the best droid out there. Like especially in this last arc too, he's great. He's great in Rogue One. He's great in this. One of my favorite droids, but nonetheless, the episode it doesn't stop, and it just keeps one upping itself, and you keep going on this journey, and you see all the travesty, and you're losing people that you followed in the previous arc or that you just met. That is these people that are trying to just keep their planet, and the Empire is making essentially an example out of them while also having to take that, I think it was a mineral from that planet. So everything with that, and then it leads into episode 9, which is Mon Mothma's speech and breakout. Which, the speech is great. Two, the actress who plays Mon Mothma, a huge shout out. I mean, she's incredible in the show in general, but really a standout in this episode. And then the whole breakout scene. Obviously, we know both of them survive, right? But like, does such a good job and still like making you feel like what's going to happen next. Like, how are they getting out of this? And so that was just all so fun, and so well done. And it's a nice episode to come after the Gorn Massacre, which is extremely dark. Not that it's like super fun or anything, but it's like the escape scene is really, fun's a good word. But then it goes directly into the finale, which just came out. And so the finale is basically ties right into Rogue One. It's the beginnings of where Luthen's spy that's in there, he's pretty much figured out about the Death Star. So it's starting to put that emotion in it. We've already known how ruthless Luthen is, but like when the guy's talking about his wife and kid, and then all of a sudden Luthen still kills him because he knows too much, it just shows how the level that Luthen's willing to go to essentially protect the rebellion. And he's just such a cool character. Stellan Skarsgård does such a great job. And then I love the backstory with him and not Leia. My God, I'm forgetting her name. It's kind of late right now, but that backstory, that whole story is great. And then the scene of where she has to essentially kill him because they can't run the risk of him being caught and interrogated, and not that he would probably give anything up, but it's more of the fact that God knows what tools they have. But that whole episode was great, and then it's the whole episode of Andor going to rescue her. You see K2SO, who's the best droid ever. He's he's whooping ass. He's having some great scenes with Andor and his buddy, and it's just overall, it's so good. Like I'm glued to the screen watching this thing. And then the last episode, which is really the breakout more because it kind of leaves it off on that cliffhanger. But then it sets, you see where everyone is from throughout the story, where they are right before Rogue One. It's like going all the different people, even Mon Mothma's husband. You're seeing Dedra's in the jail that Cassian escaped from in season 1, which was the best arc of that season. But then it really ends on a gut punch because what happens in Rogue One. Cassian and the crew die on Scarif. The mission's successful. They go. They bring they get the Death Star plans to Leia, but they do die. And at the end, when they show Biggs on that planet, and she's got a kid, which is obviously Andor's son or daughter. I don't know. They don't really say it, but it just, and that's how it ends. Like, oh my God, it's so gut wrenching. Like, oh God, this it's so good. It's so sad, dark. It's the most mature thing Star Wars has done ever, probably, and it really is a must watch. Obviously, if you're watching at this point, you've seen the spoilers, so you've seen how good it is. But yeah, I'm gonna have to redo my rankings. I'm gonna legit have to redo them because this has absolutely moved up my list. It's so good. So Andor, I'm glad it ended on a high note. It sucks, obviously. it's the end of the show. We obviously, it's really cool though because it's like honestly, if it wasn't 2 in the morning right now, I would go watch Rogue One. But it's a cool, nice little trilogy to have Andor season 1, 2, and Rogue One, and honestly even New Hope. It's literally all continuous. So yeah, yeah, 2 thumbs up Andor. I guess I can rank it like a movie. I'm gonna give it 5 stars because this season was so good, and it's one of the best things Star Wars has done ever. So, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to be doing something really cool this week. Coming later this week, we're going to do the first ever movie draft. So we're going to have some guests on. We're going to be ranking, or really drafting, in this case, movie franchises. So definitely stay tuned to that. And if you made it this far and you haven't done so yet, please like, subscribe, comment, whatever you can to help. That would be huge. So thanks, everybody. See you on the next one.